Mademoiselle Reisz is a character from The Awakening, written by Kate Chopin and published in 1899. The novel is a landmark of early feminist literature, exploring themes of individuality, freedom, and societal constraints in the late 19th century. Mademoiselle Reisz is an unmarried, eccentric pianist who lives independently and outside social norms. She is deeply devoted to music and represents artistic integrity and emotional authenticity, serving as both a mentor and a symbolic guide for Edna Pontellier's awakening. One character story. Mademoiselle Reisz appears intermittently throughout The Awakening, yet her presence is powerful and transformative. Unlike other women in Edna Pontellier's social circle, she does not conform to the expectations of marriage, motherhood, or polite society. She lives alone, isolated from mainstream Creole culture, and dedicates her life entirely to music. Edna first encounters Mademoiselle Reisz during a gathering at Grand Isle, where the pianist performs with intense emotional depth. Her music profoundly affects Edna, awakening feelings and desires that Edna cannot yet articulate. While others treat the performance as entertainment, Edna experiences it as a deeply personal and almost spiritual revelation. This moment marks the beginning of Edna's internal transformation. Later, in New Orleans, Edna seeks out Mademoiselle Reisz, drawn by the authenticity she represents. Unlike Edna's other acquaintances, Reisz does not flatter or indulge her. Instead, she challenges Edna, questioning whether she possesses the courageous soul required to pursue a life of true independence and artistic expression. This idea becomes central to Edna's struggle. Mademoiselle Reisz also acts as a bridge between Edna and Robert Lebrun. She keeps Robert's letters and shares them with Edna, thus sustaining Edna's emotional attachment to him. However, her role is not romantic, but rather catalytic. She facilitates Edna's emotional awakening rather than encouraging conventional love. Despite her mentorship, Mademoiselle Reisz remains distant and somewhat harsh. She does not offer comfort or practical solutions, only truth. Her life serves as both an example and a warning. Independence comes at the cost of isolation. By the end of the novel, while Edna moves closer to self-realization, she does not fully adopt Reisz's path, highlighting the difficulty of such a life. Two role in the narrative. Mademoiselle Reisz functions as a foil and catalyst within the narrative. As a foil, she contrasts sharply with characters like Adele Ratignol, who embodies the ideal mother-woman. Where Adele represents domesticity and conformity, Reisz represents independence and artistic devotion. This contrast clarifies the choices available to Edna and underscores the societal pressures she faces. As a catalyst, Mademoiselle Reisz plays a crucial role in Edna's psychological and emotional development. Her music initiates Edna's awakening, and her words push Edna towards self-examination. She is one of the few characters who recognizes Edna's inner conflict and refuses to dismiss it. Additionally, Reisz serves as a narrative device that introduces the theme of artistic identity. Through her, the novel explores whether true individuality requires complete detachment from society. She embodies a life lived on one's own terms, but also exposes the loneliness such a life entails. 3. Symbolic significance. Mademoiselle Reisz symbolizes artistic freedom, emotional honesty, and the cost of individuality. She represents a life unbound by societal expectations, particularly those imposed on women. Her music becomes a symbol of pure expression, unfiltered, intense, and deeply personal. Through her, Chopin suggests that true selfhood requires courage and sacrifice. At the same time, Reisz symbolizes isolation. Her independence is not glamorous. It is marked by solitude and social exclusion. This dual symbolism, freedom and loneliness, reflects the central tension of the novel, the desire for autonomy versus the need for connection. It is likely that Kate Chopin created Mademoiselle Reisz to embody an alternative model of womanhood. While Edna is in transition, Reisz represents a fully realized, albeit extreme, version of independence. Chopin may have intended her as both an inspiration and a cautionary figure, illustrating the potential and the limits of rebellion against social norms. Readers and critics generally view Mademoiselle Reisz as a crucial but ambivalent figure. She is admired for her authenticity and strength, yet her harshness and isolation make her difficult to fully embrace. Many interpretations highlight her role as a necessary influence on Edna, even if her lifestyle is not entirely desirable. She is often seen as the moral and artistic center of the novel, despite her limited appearances. For conclusion, Mademoiselle Reisz is an independent and unconventional pianist who lives outside societal norms, serving as a mentor figure in Edna's journey towards self-awareness. Her concise characterization lies in her role as a solitary artist devoted entirely to truth and expression. Symbolically, she represents both the possibility and the cost of freedom. Through her, the novel explores the idea that true individuality demands courage and often results in isolation. Her music and personality embody emotional depth and authenticity, making her a powerful symbol of artistic and personal liberation. From a reader's perspective, Mademoiselle Reisz is both respected and unsettling. She is not an ideal to be easily followed, but rather a figure who forces reflection on the meaning of independence. Ultimately, her presence deepens the novel's exploration of identity, making her an essential component of the awakening's enduring significance.